Billions in infrastructure is on the way to shore up aging overpasses, but will it be enough to be here in time to avert another disaster possibly in our country? Well, the top 4 structurally deficient freeway bridges in California are right here in LA County, and the oldest of which was built in 1948.
Well, engineers say there are limits to how long they can last and how much more stress they can take. KTLA 5's Kimberly Chang is live in Sherman Oaks with more on the overpasses we drive on every day. Kimberly.
Yeah, Cher, Pedro, considering how much time we spend on the road here in LA, this makes a lot of people feel uneasy. Several of the bridges that you may use are apparently not in good shape and could use some work. According to the OC Register, more than half of the state's bridge miles are rated in poor or fair condition. This bridge in Sherman Oaks, where the 101 freeway crosses over Kester Avenue, is California's busiest structurally deficient bridge. The thought makes resident Shelley Townsend feel
uncomfortable, especially knowing how many people sit in traffic on these bridges.
Here's a look at the state's 2nd, 3rd, and 4th busiest deficient bridges, which are also in LA County. The 5 freeway over Marietta Street in Boyle Heights, the 134 freeway over Pacific Avenue in Glendale, and the 60 freeway over Wilcox Avenue in Montebello. Each handles more than 200,000 crossings a day.
The federal government requires regular inspections of every bridge in the country, and they get a poor rating when one of the core features of the bridge is in a condition of deterioration. So typically bridges with a poor rating need to be replaced. Those that might have just a fair rating need some sort of preventative maintenance to keep them from further deteriorating.
According to the U.S. Department of Transportation's National Bridge Index, more than half, about 54% of California's bridges are in fair or poor condition.
A poor rating, it's not an indication that a bridge is unsafe or unsound. It just signals that maintenance of the bridge should be prioritized.
Caltrans inspects every bridge in California at least every 2 years. There's about 25,000 of them.
Drivers should be advised that if there is a public safety threat to a bridge, it's going to be closed because of those inspections. The idea is really we want to prevent that sort of thing from happening.
Billions of federal dollars are on the way to help improve and modernize bridges. California expects to receive about $850 million this fiscal year and $4.2 billion over the next 5 years.
We don't want what happened in Pennsylvania to happen here.
The bridge collapse in Pennsylvania last month was a wake-up call for many.
So it certainly was a wake-up call for many, but now back to us. How do we know which bridges will be prioritized is what I'm trying to say, Kimberly.
Well, Cher, Caltrans says that it's taking inventory right now, and those bridges that are rated poor should get priority. But the spokesperson we talked to say the discussions are being had right now, and it's too premature to say what the timeline will be or which projects will go first. Now, Caltrans does have a project book available online, and that's where the public can get more information. And we'll put a link on KTLA.com. We're live in Sherman Oaks. Kimberly Chang, KTLA 5 News.
Kimberly, thank you.